Now let's look at another activity that we can create. Okay, so let's say add activity again. We come to so the next one would be a lesson. But before we go to a lesson, let's do a quiz. Okay, again it shows you a quiz is basically you want to create some questions, and it can even be an exam, a mini test, or practice questions, or for self-assessment for the learner. Okay, so we create the quiz. We want to create a quiz. Okay, let's give it a name. Let's name it HTML terminologies. Okay, again I'll leave all this like that. Grading, leave it like that. And timing, if you want to put a timer on it, if it's an exam, you can put a timer. And here you've got, is there a grace period? You can give a grace period if you want. And then you can put any extra restrictions. And then, yeah, so we'll leave it like this for now. Save and display. Save and display. And then what we can now do now is edit quiz. Okay, then we're gonna start adding the questions now. So you can also give it a title here, HTML terminologies test, right? Test. Okay, let's say test 1. Enter, and then come here. Now you can change the total mark. Maybe you want it to be out of 20. Save, and then let's look at the different type. Now if you click here on add, you've got a new question. You can get the questions from a question bank if you create a question bank, and then a random question. Okay, so let's create a new question here. A new question, add. So multiple choice, I think they're about obvious. Okay, let's start with those ones. So you've got a multiple choice. You're going to add a multiple choice question, and let me just come here, search for HTML terminologies. Okay, HTML terminologies. Okay, let's go all that. There's a glossary there. So another thing you can do also is create a glossary, and then you'll be asking, this good for subjects like English and all that. You can create a glossary, and then from the glossary you can be able now to test them how much they know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, these are all the terminologies. HTML elements can have one or more classes separated by spaces using CSS. Okay, so my question number 1 would be, question number 1 is, how can you enter elements? Okay, so how can you style elements? Okay, this is the question, right? And here I'll leave it as 1 mark. And then the feedback basically is for, let's say if the student has completed the question, it will be like a response given to the learner when they give you a question, when they get the answer correct, or you can say, well done, you got the answer correct, or something like that. Okay, so now you can choose to say there can be multiple answers allowed, you know, but the main answer that you'll be looking for, you award that answer more marks. So here we're just going to keep it at one answer only, and then choices can be shuffled, and then also you can choose the styling here. So I'm going to use this A, B, C, big letters. So now this is where we put our answers, okay? So my first answer would be CSS, right? CSS, that's what we use, cascading style, something, okay? So that's what we're going to use there, CSS, that's the first answer. And then this is the correct answer, so I'm going to award this 100 marks. That's 100%. I'm not giving any extra or something like that. So here I can give a feedback now regarding if they put this answer, okay? So I can say correct. That is the answer. Okay, repetition, but yeah, correct, that is the answer. Right, now, and then here I can say CSC, and the answer, the grade is none here, so they get 0 for that one. And then here I can say CCS, okay, and then lastly I can say ID. Okay, so I want them to have 4 choices, okay? If you want 5 choices, if you want 10, you can add. And then everything else I leave like that. And then I say save changes. Okay, so we have created a multiple choice question. So if we click this, the zoom magnifying glass, we can preview the question. So this is basically what the question will look like. It will say, how can you style elements? And then if the learner chooses this one, they can save, submit, and finish, or something like that. So if there was another question, it will go to the next, and then yeah. So basically, this is the question. This is how it will appear to the learner, and it will show them also how much it's equal to. Okay. So I finished the multiple choice. You can add 10 multiple choice questions depending on you, and then let's add another kind of question. Okay, true or false. Okay, true or false. Let's add a true or false questions. We normally find this in a lot of exam papers. And okay, let's see what true or false I can use here. Children, an element that is an immediate descendant. Okay. So let's go to question 2. Okay, so I can put the question test here. Okay, so before you will see here, okay, I can say answer true or false, right? Answer true or false. Let's take this. A child element is an immediate, okay, spelling still wrong, double M, okay, is an immediate, immediate, okay, immediate descendant. It's an immediate descendant of another element. Okay, of another element, and they are to answer true or false. Okay, so default mark is 1. Okay, I'm not going to give any feedback here. So the correct answer is, it's true that a child element is an immediate descendant of another element, right? So this answer is true. So I can say put a feedback again for the true answer. If you don't want, you can leave it like that. Again, I can also put another feedback for the true or false answer, right? And then I save the changes. I've saved the changes, and then this is how it would look like. It would look like this. Okay, so a child element is an immediate descendant of another element. Select one, true or false. So you actually don't even need to have that answer true or false because they'll be shown here. Okay, so you can select, if they select true, then they give their response. Okay, and then let's go to adding another question. Let's add a new question. So here now we have the matching answers. Okay, add, and then we're gonna add like that, and then okay, this is now question number 3. Question number 3. Okay, what do you want them to do? Match with the correct answer. Okay, now this one, let's give it maybe 3 marks, and then it's going to be shuffling. And then so question 1, you need to provide at least 2 questions and 3 answers. You can provide extra wrong answers by giving an answer with a blank question. So I'll show you how that works. So let's start with this one, which says, okay, ID. Okay, so an ID is like identifies the element. Okay, so I'm gonna say used to identify an element in an HTML document, and the correct answer here is an ID. Okay, and then let's look for another one here. Right, this one here is it links. It's like a link. It's a URL link. Okay, so this is an attribute known as an attribute. So let's say this attributes to a URL link. So this one is called an href, href. Okay. Now let's put maybe another third one. Okay, div. Okay, so this is the block level container or a division of the web. Okay, for content, it has no semantic meaning. So let's call it, let's just say a block level container. Block level container. Block level container. So this is called a div. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to add blank for 3 more questions, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use 1. Okay, so there will be like 4 options for 3 to match into 3 questions basically. Okay, so but the 4th option I will leave it blank. There won't be anything that it matches with because it's a wrong answer. So I'm just going to look for something like syntax. Just going to put that one there. I'll just say syntax. Yeah, syntax. Okay, and then I'm going to save. Okay, they want to continue editing, but okay, let's go back and then just save changes. Save changes. Okay. Okay, and now we have 3 questions. Let's preview that one there. So we're going to preview it, and then it looks something like this. So you see, if they click here, you will see there are 4 choices to choose from. Okay, so that's basically how this works. They match with the correct answer. That's basically how the matching questions work. Okay, let's see if we can add another type of a question. Okay, so the next one is a short answer. I'm not gonna do a lot on this one. I'll just show you, and then but I'm sure you are seeing how this way is going. So again, we're gonna like add question, okay, question number 4, and then we put the question, what is HTML? This one though is a long, so we look for a short, anything that requires a short answer. So basically, when creating an HTML page, the first element that you begin with is called the head element. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the question is, what is the first element in an HTML document? Okay, so the correct answer here would be, so this is where it says answer, it will be head. That's the first element, and the grading also is 100%, okay? And then answer number 2, there won't be any answer number 2, but in case you're gonna be giving them the opportunity to have more than one, you can do that, because some learners, they give you more than one, maybe some questions will have more than one response. Okay, so this one I'll leave it like that, then just say save changes. Okay, so let's look at how the short question looks like. Another thing is, if you don't want them to be, because you see each question is on each page, you want it to be just one long page, or you want them to be section by section, like you can remove the page like this, just clicking on that spacing there, and you remove like that. So like you have 10 multiple choice questions and you want them to be on one page, and then the next kind of questions you want them to be on another page. If you just want to add back the pages, you just click the page break again, and it adds the page. This just gives your questions a good flow to it. Okay, so let's preview, and then this is basically the short answer, right? So what is the first element in HTML document? They give their response, and that's it. So let's add a new question. Then numerical question, learners can only put numbers. So this would work like for maths and stuff like that, okay? Let's just add a numerical question. So let's add, then we have question number 5. Question number 5. Question, okay? Question number 5. And then, so another thing here, you'll see there's an arrow here on the left hand. So this will show advanced buttons. So the way this works, just think of it like your Word. When you type in Word, you have all these elements already. Button, here you can select heading, here you can bold, italize, you can have numbering, you can link. So this basically, just like how it is in your Word document. So here I want to put a formula. This is a math question. So you will see here we have like an equation editor here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to click on this editor, and it's going to pop up another the equation editor. Okay, so we're going to say now 200. We type in the box here. Okay, we're going to say 200, then we're going to say times, okay, multiplied by 10. Okay, and then we're going to say save equation. Okay, and then here we're going to put our answer, and our answer is going to be 2000, and the grade we give 100%. Okay, no other two ways about it. That's the answer we want. And then we're going to say save changes. Okay, so when we come here now and we preview, you will see there's our equation there, 200 times 10, and the learner can put in there. You will see that they can't put words like this, That is, when they're doing on the on a phone in the app, you can't put words. It only shows you the numbers. Okay. Now, let's see if I can try and add another question. Okay. So next one is an essay type of question. So this one, obviously, when they are, you want a more, to give them more room to express themselves. Okay. Question 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Question 6. Right. And then, so you can tell them, explain what you understand about HTML. Okay, and then I'm going to give this maybe 10 marks. Then another thing here, you will see, let me just show you one, the input box. How many lines do you want it to have? So you can add as many lines as you want here on the input box. Right. And then allow attachments. If you want to allow attachments, you can allow 1, 2, whatever the case might be. And then that's it. And then we save changes. Okay. So now we have, okay, so this is actually, if you want to edit this, you just click the gear and you edit. So this is actually question number 6. Question number 6. Click the gear and you're going to save changes. Okay, so we have about 6 questions. Let me see if I can add just 2 more. Okay, we've got another one that I want to show you is this one here, called a drag and drop into text. Okay. So what this one does is it adds like missing words in the question. So let's add this one there. I'm just gonna show you. Okay, question number 7. Question number 7. So basically you will see answer 1, choice 1 will be having that closing square bracket 1, square bracket. That's what you put on the missing. So like for example, let me show you. So let's say I want them to complete a number sequence, okay? Or even a sentence where you want them to put a verb, or you want them to put whatever missing words that you want to put, right? So I'll just give an example of counting in tens. Okay, 300. Then the next answer would be 290. Okay. Then on the next answer, it's a missing. So square bracket 1, square bracket. On 1, this is where I'm going to put the missing answer. So the missing answer there is 280. Okay. And then I'm going to go on square bracket 2, square bracket. So the missing number there is 270. And then I'm going to say 260 here. Then 250, I'm going to put square bracket 3, square bracket, like that. Okay. So number 2 we said is what? 270. Okay, 270. And then 260, 250. And then, yeah, I can even put, although it's not in the missing, just to give them more choices to choose from. And the group, I just leave it like that. And then I'm going to say save changes. Okay, I'm going to save changes. And then let's look at how it would look. So if we click here, you will see now we have those missing boxes. And what learners do is they just drag and put like that. Okay, so that's a very useful kind of question. All right, now I think I have shown you most of the questions that you need to use, and there's a lot. So we're just gonna come back now. This is already saved. We're gonna come back through our tree. Yeah, gonna come back to web development. Okay, and you will see now we have created 2 activities now. Okay, we created an assignment, we created a quiz,